Hello, it's Crypto CJ. It's the trade of the day. This is the Monday night slash Tuesday morning Zoom
I
edition,
can't do it right now. Please call
depending on
back.
where in the world
I
you are.
can't do it now.
And Mark, if you could mute, that would be helpful. Thank you. And let's see, where was I? Yeah, Bitcoin took a big dip, lots of liquidations, weeping and gnashing of teeth in the markets, though it didn't really move down all that much, a couple percent. But let's look at the chart, check it out. Okay, should be seeing my Bitcoin day chart. And you can see we're down to 112. We were up around 117.5 earlier in the week, last week, or later in the week. And then we had this big dip. Let's see. Kyle Chassis in Twitter describes this $1 billion in longs liquidated in 20 minutes. Bitcoin's flat, but Ethereum took the hardest hit. But he thinks this September dump, which is normal in a bull market, is going to set up a Q4, the fourth quarter monster rally. He's got a little video in here. I'm not going to play that, but there's some justification for it. And our friends over at Crypto Banter has more detailed description if you want to check that out. Um, but they're leaning towards more of a pump than a dump, but who knows for sure. You can see we dip below the EMAs on the 20 and the 50 day. Bitcoin 200 is still holding. On Ethereum, same thing. Let's see, how much was the Ethereum dip? About 15%. So yeah, that one stings. Um, but again, the 200 day on the EMA is still holding on Ethereum. So it's not the end of the world. It's a normal September dip, but we don't have to like it, right? Okay. Any comments, questions, additions to the market overall before we go over to our free sources, look for some day trades?
They're both head and shoulders.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah, it's this pattern here.
They need to hold.
Yeah, indeed. That would be my preference. Mark agrees on the head and shoulders. All right. Let's look for some trades. I took a long yesterday in XRP. It's a little bit in profit, but not yet resolved. Okay, I'm on Crypto Bubbles, so free source. Looks at the market overall. This is 1 through 100. And you see it's mostly red, a few green ones. So I'm going to sort this by the day and follow a couple that are trending up. So we've got Avalanche and Tron, probably not. I'm looking at coins I'm familiar with that I can trade on my third-party software. You guys might want to look at this a little differently. Aerodrome, I think is available on Coinbase. Maybe we'll look at that one too. Let's look at AVAX first. Okay. Got an old Binance chart here. Pretty good recovery here on AVAX. Took this dip and then now it's in the red zone. Quick review on my day trading layouts, 15-minute chart. Supply and demand visible range, Lux Algo indicator for support and resistance, green zone support, red zone resistance. And the RTI relative trend index I use for alerts and entries. And my favorite alerts are those that come out on the long side when they dip down to support area and then come back up, like we have here. And see, it broke back up above the 20 here, took a little dip, and then up, 10%. That's a great day trade. And we're a little late on that one. We could take this as a short potentially. If it breaks above the 80, then dips back down. That's something we can short for those of you who are on exchanges where you can do that. If you're trading on spot, fairly new to this kind of trading, then you might want to just wait for the next dip. Let's do an alert. We'll capture both scenarios here. I'm going to right click on the RTI. And if you want to catch the next dip, go crossing up on the 20 or the 50 or 30, whatever you want. I usually use the 20. Once per bar close, message, crypto bubbles. I usually do my information source, notifications, notifying the app on my smartphone. Ghost notification pop up on my laptop. Play a sound also on my laptop. Click create, and you're good to go. I'm going to do mine a little differently and go with entering a channel. 80 on the top, 20 on the bottom. So if it breaks above the 80 and then dips back down, then I'll get an alert. If it dips below the 20 and breaks back up, I'll also get an alert. What I want is something that's pumped or retraced and then is showing signs of recovery. And then notifications, click create. And that should be over here. Yeah, on my alerts, alert list. Okay. Okay. So that's AVAX as a day trade. On the swing, this layout's on the 1 hour chart, still using supply and demand visible range for support and resistance. And SuperTrend I use for alerts because it's alert friendly. Then Trendilo LSMA for confirmation. And we had a buy signal print earlier this morning. And it did make a move up. Now it's dipping down. If you got in now and it recovered 6% in 3 days, not bad, but not great either. You might want to just catch the next buy signal, let it go into a sell and then another buy. Right click on the super trend. You can leave it on direction change if you want to trade both directions. For long, select buy. And probably only once. Crypto bubbles. Notification, we do a different one. I usually use handbell for my swing trades. I think I'm going to pass on this one. The recovery potential isn't as much as I would like. 6.5%. It's not that great. I'm usually looking for 10% or more on my swing trades. So let's go to the 4 hour chart. And yeah, we're towards the top of the range on that as well. 8 hour, same. We saw a lot of this on our Thursday night Zoom where we were top of the range on most of our trending coins. And we seem to be in that situation now. So I don't really like any of these day trade or swing trade setups. But the day trade has potential to dip back below the 20, do something like this. And that's where I'd be more inclined to get in. Okay, any questions on AVAX? All right, the other one we were looking at is Arrow, I believe. Aerodrome. Let's look at that one. It's on Coinbase. And it's just been kind of bouncing off the 80. Don't know if you can short this anywhere, but on this one, I think I'd want to catch that next dip below the 20. It was below 20 for quite a while, pretty much the whole weekend. So right click on the RTI. I think I'm going to go ahead and take this crossing up on the 20. So I might trade this on Coinbase if it dips below the 20. Could take a while for that to happen. And let's see if this is a better swing trade setup. Yeah, quite a bit better. We're in the green zone. The buy just printed, and the Trendilo is hooking up. So I like this a lot. If you got in now, retrace 20%. That's a great swing trade in 4 days. So that's a really good looking setup for a swing trade. So not financial advice, but if you want to get in now, that would be reasonable. Maybe do a limit order down here a little bit in case it dips down farther. And then, yeah, off for the races. Okay, Mark is in on Arrow. Cool. Any other questions or comments on that one before we move on? Okay, so we don't have a lot of options on the day sort. If we sort by the week, a few more pop up on the positive side. Near IMX, which had been moving, but it took a big dump today. So that one might be ready for another retrace. Let's look at IMX. Back over to the day trade. All right, so IMX looks like it's ready to recover pretty soon. It's below the 20. It's nudged up a couple times, but hasn't really broken through. Got fake outs here on Sunday. So I think I'll take this alert, break above the 20. It's broken. Yeah. This breaks above the 20. Probably trade this on Bybit. All right, let's look at the swing trade option. Yeah, it has not recovered yet on the 1 hour chart. So this is one where you'd want to take it. Just catch the next buy signal. Then make sure you have the Trendilo LSMA for confirmation. So when this hooks back, it's coming out of the green zone. And then you have retrace potential. Red zone's 29%, top of the red zone, 42%. So yeah, it's a really good setup. we haven't quite hit yet. A lot of times we see these setups, but they're a day or two in the past. This one's happening now, so you can catch this one, later today. Mark's asking, with the whole market looking questionable, head and shoulders, would you still be going in with coins going above the 20? Yeah, I would, um, because I've got my money management behind me, which means I've got some ladder buys set up. So even if it goes against me, I can do some additional purchases and level it out and have a pretty good entry. Now, if it totally tanks, that means, my position could get liquidated or I get stuck, in a trade for a few weeks. That's always a risk you take. But it's a good point. If the whole market is unfavorable, just don't trade.
Keep
And I
really
might,
close stop losses.
right, or use stop losses. So, um, yeah,
Yeah, I
either.
kind of use it a little differently than you.
Hmm.
You want to put the bubbles back on?
Okay.
Also, over there where it says 1 to 100,
Uh-huh.
so that's it. If you click on that, see it says exchanges to the right.
Yeah.
If you if you're in the US and you're stuck on Coinbase, you click on that so you know every coin you could trade. Or if you're Bybit, there's a lot of exchanges.
Right.
Then I look for the ones that are down a whole lot.
Hmm.
If you want to scroll down to the list, the sort at the bottom, now you can do your sort.
Yeah. So
And
Frank's
then
talking about catching something that's been beaten down.
and
Um,
if you go over and click on the name to the left, just
mhm.
click on one. It opens up a chart there, and you can either put an hour a day and sort of see where it is, and then
Mhm.
whether it's even worth going back to either TradingView or your exchange. And if it's not, well, pick a different one on the list. But you can pick the hour. See, that's starting to curve up.
Mhm.
So now when you go and look at TradingView, it should be coming up towards the 20 mark on your RTI. And
Yeah.
now you set your alert for it to maybe in an hour or 2 or 3 hours might go off, as
Mhm.
opposed to missing it, go, oh, well, it was there 2 days ago or 3 days ago. That's
All
what I
right.
do. And I also use banter bubbles
Mm.
because there you can look at sectors, you can look at ecosystems and narratives and see which ecosystem is doing what you want or narrative is doing what you want.
All right. Those are all really good suggestions. Thanks, Frank. Might start
Well,
incorporating some of those.
so look at pump on
Hmm.
Coinbase and see where it is relative to the 20 on the RTI.
Yeah, let's do that. So we're dipping below the 20, but yeah, it's hooking up. Hasn't crossed over yet, but that's another one you could set an alert on if you're on Coinbase and you want to catch the next move up, to the red zone is 22%. That's in a day and a half. That's a pretty amazing, 2-day trade.
It's a real low. And then
Yeah.
you set your stop loss It doesn't go your way, just move on.
Mhm.
And your stop loss is really close because you're pretty much at the bottom. And
Yeah,
just soon as Bitcoin starts going up, you know they're going to start going up.
yeah.
That's how I use it for what
Yeah, so
it's
you could
worth.
set your stop loss down here around 0.005, give or take, and then yeah, jump in, see if that goes your way. I'd want to wait till it crossed the 20, but
Yeah, wait till it
yeah.
crosses 20, but put your stop loss at the most recent swing low,
Mhm.
wherever that is, once it crosses the 20 on the RTI.
Yeah, the only thing I don't like about stop losses like that, well, there's a couple things I don't like, and one of them I just picture the market makers looking at the same thing, and then oh, okay, we'll take liquidity here. Um,
Well, it helps to wait till you see a big candle wick where you know
mm,
they they took out the stop losses,
yeah,
the stop hunt,
yeah, that's a good point. Well, I'm learning on
or
this too, guys,
or
so I
or buy
appreciate. Yeah,
or buy or or ladder buy. Either
yeah,
way, whatever you want to do.
yeah,
But the stop loss can be pretty tight, so it's not a big loss.
hmm,
You can take it off if you don't like it.
yeah,
Go to bed with it on.
yeah, yeah. All these are reasonable strategies, guys. So with this approach now using the free sources, I appreciate you pointing out some other ways you use it. So yeah, you can just sort your exchange and yeah, click on for a little more
And you can
information, and then you decide if you want to go to TradingView or not. So that'll
you
be
can
faster.
also create your own favorites list. If
Mhm.
you click on that Coinbase again, where it says Coinbase,
Mhm.
see,
Lists.
you can create a favorites list and you can add more lists. You can, I have like about 10 lists. So,
Mhm.
and how you add something, if you go back to the bubbles, your favorite list is empty because you don't have any favorites.
Right.
But just go back to the bubbles.
All right.
Yeah, so this one of those. Well, there's two ways to do it. You can click on a bubble, just click on any bubble.
Yeah. Yeah, I did mention this in
The
my
uh,
first Zoom call. You can just click on a
the
bubble
the
and get more
upper
information.
well on the upper left where that plus sign is, you click on that. Now you could add it to a favorites list. So
Mhm.
now when you go back in to look at favorites, Swio is gonna be there.
All right.
Or also if you go at the bottom where it's just, the list and you click on the left, you see the plus over there next to the list. You can use that plus to add it.
Okay.
And you can create other watch lists and name them however you want. But go back to the 1 to 100 now. Open up your favorites. See, you already got, it's telling you what the percent for the day was.
Mhm.
There's the coins.
All right.
It
So
saves you going back and forth to TradingView or back and forth to your exchange. You, it saves a little time.
yeah, it saves a little time. I like it. All right. Well, there's a little tutorial on How to use crypto bubbles more efficiently. Appreciate it. So now I need to get back.
Go back to 1 to 100
Yeah.
or whatever.
All right. That's quite the way I want. Cap day, hour, month, day.